Good morning, channel 411. I am looking at my Carrier 58 PAV furnace. I'm in my mechanical room here, and job of the day is to replace the venter motor or inducer motor. So here it is. I'm just going to open up this access hatch. Here's the inducer motor right here. This motor basically pulls heat from the burners down below, heat and products of combustion, through the heat exchanger, and basically introduces it to the flue, whereby heat from the flue rises up and into the vent, and heat basically carries it away. Buoyancy. Hot air, hot gases are buoyant and will then be carried out to the vent and outdoors. Venter motor, which is located here, basically will pull hot exhaust gases through the heat exchanger, making the furnace more efficient. This is an 80% efficient furnace, and again, this particular motor has been squeaky. It's summer now. Now's the time to change it because I'm not relying on it. If there's any problems once I've changed it, I can mess around with it. So I'm going to give her a go. I'm going to pull this motor off right now. As with all appliances, you're going to want to make sure that all energy sources are cut off to the appliance. So we want to shut off our gas and our electrical serving the appliance. Now we are ready to work on this appliance. So as you can see, there look to be 3 screws, one here, and one here, that mount this motor to the furnace. I'm going to remove those screws. Now I removed the first screw. It appears to be getting loose. A good point to remember right now is that you just want to remember what wire goes on what terminal. So we'll just remember that white wire goes on the bottom terminal, black wire on the top terminal. Alternatively, you can mark them on the new motor. This being the new motor. The terminals are located right there. So this is going to be mounted like so. White on the bottom, black on top. So on this particular model furnace, the 58 PAV by Carrier, the venter motor or inducer motor is mounted on 3 different points, each point being a bit of there's a dampener at that screw point, so that literally will cut down on the sound being transferred to the ductwork and to the furnace. So I'm just removing those right now. I'll slide it out and I'll show you how I do that. Take note that there is a ground cable from the motor to this mounting point, so that serves as the ground for the inducer motor, and it connects right here. I've removed all 3 mounting screws. I'm going to pull the motor out. So it turns out that I have to remove the 3 screws behind, because the blower part of the motor is actually inside that housing, and therefore that whole housing cover has to come off. That housing cover being this part right here. So I'm just going to remove that. So after taking out the housing cover and bolts, I am now going to remove the whole unit. There's the gaskets. I've bought some gaskets to replace those gaskets with. There is the top of the heat exchanger, which goes out into the flue. And here's the unit. So this unit's been really squeaky this past winter. So I believe that the bearings inside this motor are shot, so I've purchased a new one. I purchased it last Christmas when this motor was just screaming and howling, so I didn't want to change it out during the winter. I put up with the howling hoping that the motor wouldn't seize on me, but now with it being hot summertime, now's the time to change this out. So I'll probably bring this out to my my bench in my shop, take it apart, mount the new motor, and there's Missy, my trusty helper. Yep. And take it apart on the bench, put it back together on the bench, and then put the whole unit back in. It'll be easier that way. So I've got the assembly that I've pulled out of the furnace on my bench. Okay, it looks like that, and I am going to take the new motor, which is right here, and mount it to the mount itself. The kit for the carrier furnace actually comes with a new blower, because the idea is that the blower, when you take the blower part off, it's going to get wrecked. I don't know. We'll try it out and see what happens. I've got 2 blowers anyway, so I'll give her a go. Anyway, as I was saying, really all I need to salvage from this whole assembly is the mounting, the cover, and the vibration isolator here. I get a new blower with the kit. This blower's got to come off. I get a new, I believe this is to be a flywheel with the kit. So this flywheel comes off. The motor gets chucked. All I need is the cover and the vibration isolator. The problem I have is with this set screw, because of the high temperatures inside the flue area, the set screw here has been baked on. I'm having a tough time getting it off. I'm going to try a little bit of penetrating oil on it.